Hi there, my name is Anita and I'm a mentor facilitator for the Julian Campbell Foundation. Firstly, I would like to extend my thanks to the organisation for hosting this truly magical event and also for allowing me to have a few moments to share some of my hopeful words of wisdom. I've had a great passion working with children and young adults of all ages over the last 15 years. And my work as a vocal coach and behaviour mentor has enabled me to develop insights that have inspired my work in all sorts of ways. I'm a mother to two young girls also, and I'm particularly passionate about the development of young people's self-esteem and well-being. Promoting self-awareness is the foundation base for building resilience and coping mechanisms. However, it was my own childhood and teenage years that have really motivated and shaped my own development as an adult and also the work I conduct with young people. I am involved in these areas because I feel really deeply about the significance and importance of helping children and young people build their confidence and self-esteem. Inspiring young minds to tap into their creative and innovative self is the beginning of channeling a positive narrative within. My message to any young person that has tuned into this beautiful event is to realize that you are amazing, just the way you are. You have the ability to make anything happen if you dream big and work hard. Nothing is instant. And sometimes getting to that point of recognizing this is harder for some than others. It took me many years and life experiences to come to that point of understanding who I was and why I was reacting to situations in my life quite negatively. As a result, some precious friendships suffered and family ties were fractured to a point that I thought I could never ever repair. This was down to a very basic part of myself that was missing: self-awareness. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know why I reacted the way I did. I didn't even think about things like that. And through all of that, I had no self-confidence and no self-esteem. And those things are the seeds that we need within ourselves to develop who we are consistently, forever. These are simple terms that we hear every day of our lives. And it's something that I just didn't possess and didn't know how to develop. I didn't have knowledge, I didn't have the tools, but on a deeper level, I really didn't know who I was. I was the type of person that went along and agreed when people were agreeing and disagreed when people were disagreeing. I never thought this was an issue, far from it. I actually thought that I was a really polite young lady that was brought up with great values and morals and always gave my time to others rather than myself. This is what I was brought up to think, and probably it was learned behavior. I saw my parents do exactly the same. And we do learn a lot of our behaviors and manners and ways through our upbringing and our environment. It wasn't until my life came to a crossroads, and I was lucky enough to have been life coached, that I experienced a sort of awakening and deep realization that my entire life was actually in disarray. Every area of my life was missing the same key point. I had no belief in myself. I had no goal. I had no dream for my life. I was existing without knowing where I was going or how I would like my life to be. I had no plans, no dream, no hope. But that didn't mean I didn't go to college or university, get a job. I had a good job, but I was just doing that without a set goal. I fell into the things that I was doing, whether it was a job, university degree. I didn't think about what I wanted to become. I had no me. Now, it's really hard to change how we feel about ourselves, And it's even harder to recognize that we are feeling lost, or even that we feel isolated, or that we just need a bit of help. Identifying what is upsetting us is the biggest step forward to changing how we feel. Through failures, through hiccups in life, through negative friendships, sometimes these are the biggest lessons we need to build ourselves back up positively and consistently and make the real change we need in our lives. And it really, really does work. The young teenagers of today, children, the young adults of today, you are blessed. You are born in a generation where technology is at the focal point of everything that you do. Any advice and information is at your disposal in an instant. Remember to use it wisely and positively, and you may actually see a very big difference in why you see things the way that you do. Growing up in a world of social media, you are a generation where anything you want can be brought through a click of a button. Any information you want to find out about can be done by a click of a button. Even the number of ticks on your Instagram or social media page gives a notion of success and confidence. However, please remember that these are very momentary senses of feeling good because they are instant, and the feeling leaves you the same way that it arrives, instantly. These quick responses to things that you read or responses you receive from your peers and social media can be deceiving. It can make you feel really high really quickly, and you sort of wait for these messages and texts or ticks. It's like an adrenaline high. There's actually a chemical that is released of this feeling, and it's called dopamine. This is a chemical released into the body that instantly makes us feel good. And lots of young adults and teenagers are receiving this lovely chemical release when they are on their Instagram page, when they're receiving lots of messages from friendships, globally or within their communities, and it's instant. Now, this chemical dopamine is also the same chemical released when people or young adults consume alcohol in excess, or when people win something on the lottery, or they've gambled and they suddenly win. It's that fast, pain-free reaction that you get that instantly makes you feel good. But what happens after is that this really quick feeling of happiness always is followed by a feeling of slump and can suddenly bring further feelings to the surface that may have been burying within you for much longer. So to channel yourselves in a pure and positive mindset, firstly, my biggest advice to you first would be kinder to yourselves. Take a moment to appreciate one good thing about yourselves every day. Take a moment to remember your inner child, the little girl or boy that you were when you were younger. We all have this inner child tucked away inside of us. Tap into it. Take a moment to remember that you had dreams when you were really young. I'm sure that you called them out during nursery or when you were in primary school. However extraordinary or far-fetched they seemed, of what you wanted to become, whether it was an astronaut, a firefighter, a nurse, a doctor, a singer, an actress, I guarantee you that the only difference from now to then is that now that you're a little older and a few years wiser, with a few more life experiences under your belt, you probably have acquired a few extra fears along the way. The difference between your inner child and the older self is that when you were children, anything that you dreamed of becoming did not seem impossible. Children find a way of getting sweets they desire from their parents, because guess what? They don't give up until the parents give in. When we are children, we have a big sense of fearlessness before we develop any fearfulness as we get older. Holding on to this fearlessness you had as children is a magical tool to tap back into. It is that fearlessness that helps us achieve our dreams as adults. There have been many, many studies over the last 10 to 15 years that have concluded that people who write down their goals consistently have more success in achieving them than people that don't. Writing a small list of your goals, of what you perceive or wish for your life to be, and seeing them set in paper begins a process of navigating your entire life. In turn, you will see how the universe begins to bring people and experiences and opportunities into your life that will help your goals materialize. I guarantee you. Surrounding yourself with positive people that inspire you and with friendships of people who really truly want to be around you is the beginning of your own self-awareness. Keeping consistent with the smallest positive changes you make every single day of your life will eventually become one massive big success at the end of a week, a month, or a year, and for the rest of your life. Because guess what? You are worth it and you do deserve it. Aristotle, very famous Greek philosopher, once said, "You are what you repeatedly do." Michelle Obama once said, "If you are willing to dig deep, if you are willing to pick yourself up when you fall, if you are willing to work and work and work until your weaknesses become strengths, then you will develop the skills that can mold and apply to any situation you encounter in your entire lives." Getting top grades, going to the best schools, doesn't always determine who you will be in your life. It's the kind of person you are that matters, that stands out, that shines beyond any education and any school you've gone to. Are you a kind person? Are you a hard worker? Are you reliable? Are you determined? Are you ready to never give up? So dream big and be committed to your dream to make it a reality. You can achieve all that you wish for. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be successful. Dream big because you deserve it. Thank you.